He's pretty chill. He sits in the motorcycle, wears his goggles or his rec specs, and just watches out the window. He was very, very skinny. You could see his ribs and his backbone and his hip, but now he's his proper weight. He's spoiled rotten and gets to ride around on a motorcycle, right? I got a message from a friend with pictures of a dog who was at the animal shelter who was in really bad condition. He was very, very skinny. You could see his ribs and his backbone and his hips. It was disgusting. And I said, why did you send me this? He goes, this guy needs a home. He needs a good home. And I'm like, this is heartbreaking. His name was Yogi, and he was approximately 2 or 3 years old already. They weren't sure of his exact age because he was so emaciated. They couldn't tell, and he's been that way for so long. So he is part shar-pei. He's definitely a mix. He's not a purebred, but I do not know what he's mixed with. So I didn't want to change his name because already he's changing where he lives and everything. So I just added to it. I added the monster and the bear because they're all little monsters. So we left Ontario, which is where we live, in the middle of April. We went through Quebec, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and now we're in Nova Scotia. On June 3rd, we travel over to Newfoundland. Then we're going to Labrador. We're going to cross northern Quebec, northern Ontario, get into the prairies, go up to Northwest Territories. The plan is to go to Yukon, Alaska, and all the way to the Arctic Ocean, and then back down to British Columbia, and then make my way home from there. So we're going to hit all 3 oceans that border Canada. I'm giving myself about 6 months. So I want to be home in October because then the weather starts not getting great for riding motorcycles. We've seen some really beautiful lighthouses in Prince Edward Island. We did go to the Fundy Tides. Yes, that was in Nova Scotia. We did Lunenburg, and Peggy's Cove was beautiful in Nova Scotia. But I'm really looking forward to we're going to do a whale watching tour in Newfoundland. And I'm looking forward to go to past the Arctic Circle and get a picture with the Arctic Circle sign and everything. It is gorgeous. My dog doesn't mind being in the motorcycle. I don't have to push him in or anything. I don't coax him in. I just tap the motorcycle and say, do you want to go? And he jumps in. Be well prepared. They need to be protected. So I protect his eyes with goggles, and I made a cover for him so he's protected from the rain and the sun because they can get sunstroke or, heat stroke, I guess you would say. Sunburn, lots of water, lots of stops. So I stop much more often than I would if I was by myself, just to give them a break. They need to move around too, and it's important they get their sniff time. And as a pet owner, it's very important to pick up after your pet, no matter where you are. He's pretty aloof. People will point and look at him, and they'll ask if they can take a picture, and he'll just sit there and let his picture get taken. They'll ask if they can pet him. He's very, very chill. Like, everyone's quite surprised. Even I was, because you never know what you're going to get from an animal shelter, right? But now he's his proper weight. He's spoiled rotten and gets to ride around on a motorcycle, right? How cool is that? He made a terrific comeback.